Probably behind, maybe. Behind the umpire.
Good afternoon and welcome to Didsbury Cricket Club. We're just here at the start of the first T20 game in the third 11 competition between Heaton, Mersey, visitors today, and Didsbury. Didsbury batting, and as you can see, off to a very good start. Andrew Mashiter, the captain, flicking the first ball away for 4 runs. Irfan Naziri is the bowler. On that far Fletcher Moss end. Heaton Mersey excuse me, have won the toss and chosen to bat, chosen to bowl first this T20 group game. We're hopeful of getting a full game in, although the weather forecast is somewhat dubious this afternoon. But we'll just do our best with obviously get through as far as we can, and at the moment we're set fair, lovely conditions, and plenty to play for in this local round. That's too short, young man. Need to pitch that ball up, and Mashit has played exactly the same shot again for another 4 around the corner. So the 2 nice shots from Andrew Mashiter in this first 6 overs of the T20. Only 2 fielders allowed out of the fielding circle. It's a fine leg and a very wide third man on the boundary as well. So they're the 2 out for Mersey. And that's down the leg side, so that's wided. We're playing leg side wide today. I did check with the captains beforehand, and that's what we're going to do. Early excitement from the Mersey fielders, but nothing from the Mersey captain Rob Lisney. You can see he's keeping wicket. The challenge for me today is to work out his fielding where I'm pretty sure I got a fair few right, but we'll see. Another good ball there from Irfan. He's learning quickly here at Didsbury to pitch the ball up with his lively pace, so that's a couple whizzing past the outside edge. Final ball of the first over is a full toss, which he got away with really there. Just hit back to him, so first over completed. 9 on the board. We'll just see who's going to bowl from this Arswood end. This is going to be Zaid Masood. Let's find you, Zaid. There we are. I think that pronounced your name correctly. Hope I have. He's going to be bowling to Adam Slater. And these conditions are tailor-made for Adam, really. Shorter boundary on the leg side, the right hand side of the screen as you're looking at it. Not quite as short as yesterday's pitch, which is 2 over from just the one on the far side of the picture. Anyway, here's Zaid in. First ball to Adam Slater, and that's a good one. A nervous play and miss. Again, just seeming to hurry at him a little bit, or maybe it nipped a bit to jam down on it. See how I can see in the picture. Abbas Shah's just got the ball. My good friend at mid-off, known Abbas a long time, and he's been drafted in today. Maybe see him scuttling into bowl in a short while. Better stride from Adam Slater, but well fielded by the bowler. There's extra cover, backward point, cover on the boundary and fine leg the 2 men out. A moment. It's pushed out to mid-wicket, but that's Hassan Ahmed fielding there. He's got I like Hassan already. He's got some bright orange shoes on, so he's easy to pick out. And a big lad as well. Looks like the sort of batter who will want to give it a biff later. Down the pitch, Adam Slater, and a bit skittish this from Adam. Really keen to get his openers account. Thankfully for him, that ball been straight. Could have been curtains, but he survived. Just needs to settle himself down. There's plenty of time to bat. It's a better shot, but he finds that cover, and it's a maiden over. Good start from Zaid Mahmood, right on the spot there. Nothing to hit. So first over very much Didsbury's, but the second over very much Heaton Mersey's. So Irfan's going to bowl again. He's getting some advice from the experienced Abbas. You can see him there. See if he keeps it pitched up. So pitched right up, but too far up this time, and nicely driven by Andrew Mashiter for 4 runs. Lovely shot through the covers, lovely cover drive. That's a bit too full that time from Irfan, and he'll know that. But, it's better than dropping short. Let's make them drive. And, flicked away off the pad, I think, so that's one scurrying through. Good running from Andrew Mashiter. He's got 2 leg byes there. It's a very handy second run they've picked up, and having a lot of ground to cover. That is Zaid, who's just had to scuttle around from fine leg. 15 on the board already for Didsbury. Good start. Oof, that time. That's that tempting length. It's just a little fraction shorter than the delivery that got driven. Mash it out, trying to repeat the shot, but himself driving it thinner. Thankfully he missed it. Full toss again that time, but driven out, fielded by Ali Saeed, and that is in the cover region there. Just off the pad that time, but only going to be one this time for Andrew Mashita. So Adam Slater is a 1 ball to face in this over. First 1-0 apace from Irfan. Not at all. There's a very pleasant sounding plink off the bottom of the bat, but kept it out okay. So 3 overs negotiated by the Didsbury opening pair. There they are, and 16 on the board. A bit of a horror show in the league yesterday. In the first league match was a different threes lineup. Excuse me, different lineup from today. Unless they'll want to make amends for that. And Masood prepares for a second over. First ball he'll bowl at Andrew Mashita. Didsbury, the holders of the 311 T20, of course, as we've said before. We've won it 4 years in succession. Wasn't played the fact that they got through to finals day 2023, but that for reasons defends that out into the covers. Yeah, for reasons I still don't fully comprehend. Third 11 finals day 2023 is taking place on the bank holiday Monday at the end of this month. It was held over because it was so wet last year on the scheduled finals day, and no other time could be found to play it. So it seemed. That's nicely nudged away. It's only going to be one though. Irfan Fields with the boot. Not quite the prescribed fashion, but effective. So single for Andrew Mashita. So yes, Mersey still, Didsbury still have that title to defend at the end of this month. And that'll be a very strange experience, really. As Adam Slater gets off the mark finally with a nice firm push right over mid-on. Didn't time it particularly well, but he's got off the mark with a couple. I'll feel a bit better about that. Got Ben Hagan as one of the outfielders on the cover boundary, and Ali Saeed I can see down at fine leg, so they're the only two out. Everybody else has to be within that 30-yard radius. You can see Ali Saeed in the picture, just moving around, actually a bit squarer for Adam Slater. He's hit that beautifully. That gets through. That's going to be 4. Yeah, it has. It's beaten the dive of Arsalan Khalid, and first boundary and a nice cover drive from Adam Slater. That feels, although it's still not exactly as we'd want it here because of the various problems with the weather, it's still in very, very good condition, and that's been getting good value for the strokes. Oh, Mersey's lost his run up there, so I'll just have to try that one again. So yes, it's a bit of an odd situation with the T20 competition, because in theory, if let's just say it goes badly for Didsbury, they could be out of the 2024 competition but still have to defend the 2023 title. It's very strange. That's a nice full Yorker and well dug out by Adam Slater, well bowled Zaid Masood. So a long unbeaten run in this competition, Didsbury, going back as far I can remember to 2017. They lost the semi-final, and they'll be still keen to defend that again this year. Last ball out's nicely hit, but Hassan Ahmed does the fielding at mid-on. Get past him, so end of the over. And healthy enough start from Didsbury, roughly just about a run a ball, which I'll be happy with. Certainly still have the opening pair there after 4 overs. Be pleasing. Irfan is going to have a third over. It's 4 overs a bowler, of course, in T20. They tend to have plenty of options in that regard. You can hear Zaid Masood as he's running down to fine legs, shouting to his teammates, encouraging them, trying to G them up. So fans into Andrew Mashita, who just defends that nicely down to that. That is Ben. Gosh, it's Ben. Yes, it is Ben. Sorry, I was just surprised because Ben Pagan's at the cover boundary on the offside of the ground, and he's gone to third man now. He's at wide third man on the other side of the ground, so a complete width of the ground he's covering there between overs. Slater's still not timing it as he normally does. It sounded a bit plinky. Nicely hit. I'm going to take a single, and it's well run. That was straight to Ali Saeed. The batsman set off immediately, and it's going to take something very special to effect a run out from there. So that's all good. 25 score moves on to. That's going to be a wide on the leg side, where captains have agreed between them. Everything's going to be wided today down the leg side, just for ease of and consistency's sake. No interpretation required. Full toss. Oh no, he's missed out there, Andrew Mashita. Across about that, he's picked out, I think that's Hanain Khan at backward point. A juicy full toss. He could have smacked that anywhere, but picked the fielder out, so dot ball as a result. It's 2 off the over plus the wide so far. Well bowled. Young Irfan getting some applause from his teammates. So, final ball of the 5th over. well fielded by the bowler. Over for Heaton Mersey there, just 3 off it. You can see that maiden second over as well. It's quite unusual in the power play. Mashit is asking for a new bat, or somebody else's bat. He's some kind of split in it. There'll just be a slight delay while we'll sort this out. I think we're going to be having a change of bowling. Looks like we might be, as Hassan Ahmed is going to bowl. Zahid Masood is standing by the umpire, but this will be Hassan. Yes, he's going to bowl. He's going to bowl the last over of the power play. So Ben Pegg has come right across the ground again. He's at cover on the boundary, and he's side down at fine leg, but he's some way in off the boundary down there. You can see him in the top of your picture. So Hassan is going to be a right arm over, and looks like he'll try and project it with some pace. Yeah, but it's too short. Smashed by the player, but again not really timed. And Abbas Shah got himself right behind it. Full credit to him for that, but that will have given him the hurry up. Nicked, edged, it's gone right through where the slips would have been had there been one. So not the most convincing for he's ever hit, Adam, but 4 runs nonetheless, and they'll be grateful for that, as will Didsbury. Just getting that score on a little further. Don't want to be building up strings of dot balls, especially not in T20 cricket. Both sides come across to third man as a result of that shot. Oh, that's a terrible ball, full toss, and not worrying Ted in, and Adam Slater has finally got that one properly. Hit it nicely, not too hard, but just needed to get something on it. Split the mid off and mid on, and it raced away for 4. It's trying to bowl a bit too quickly, I think. Hassan. So successive 4s for Didsbury. But only a single this time, as 3 fielders converge on the ball, but it's Ben Pagan coming in off the cover boundary. Gets the ball back in. So 2 balls left in this power play. Can Andrew Masher to find a boundary at least once in these 2? Certainly be trying. Full toss, which he's missed out on. Again, any bat on that, and it could very easily have skewed away. So, last ball of this power play, this first 6 overs. In. Actually, the drive's beautifully well fielded by Fanane, and then they're going to couple though. There's an easy 2 there, guys. Yep, there we are. Good running. So 11 off that first over from Hassan Ahmed, and that's the end of the power play. 37. Didsbury have accrued. We've had 6 boundaries. 3 apiece for the batsmen, so good start, at least for Didsbury. They'll just be looking to take this on now to 10 overs if they can. I think Irfan's going to bowl out by the looks of things from the far end. He's certainly getting plenty of advice. Ali Saeed and Abbas are there. So, Mersey can still have more fielders out. They've still only got the 2 right out. That's too short. That's a poor ball. And possibly his mind a little bit scrambled, young Irfan, with all the various inputs coming to him, and he's just ended up a half tracker of no real pace. And Adam Slater, as Andrew Mashida did in the first over, just helped it round the corner. Fine leg, no chance of getting round to stop that. So now man goes back onto the deep square leg boundary. That's Abdul Rahman Khan. Third man and long leg in place, covers on the boundary. That's Ali Saeed, I'll see over there. So slightly more defensive now from Heaton Mersey. There'll be more gaps for Adam to hit through, and he's found that beautifully, and that's Masood with a long chase. And has to give it up because it's so well timed this time. Outfield speeding up all the time, and Masood looked a little bit like he was wading through treacle there right after that. To give it up. So great start to the over for Didsbury. Adam Slater 4 fours in 5 balls. Now it's beautifully hit, but that's straight to that fielder on the cover boundary. I would think a couple of feet either side that he wouldn't have stopped it. It was that well hit. Getting into the groove now. 4 fours in his last 6 scoring shots for Adam. He's on to 25. Didsbury nearing that 50 already, which is good effort from them. That's a full toss. Gosh, he's got away with it really. And Andrew Mashida sensibly resisting the temptation to really throw the bat, just steered it out. So with more men back now, there are these gaps in the inner field, so easy to pick off the 1s and 2s. Not short, and don't bowl short, young man. Adam Slater helps that round the corner for 4, and that's the 50 partnership. 6th 4, 29 now, just 21, and that's an excellent opening stand from these two. They give each other a punch on the gloves. Going on at a good rate, 7.5 and over really. Nearly they're going along at, and that's an excellent start. Being put into bat today. And just getting the ball back. A bit more advice for Irfan, but it hasn't helped him because he's most expensive over. Having gone for 2 off his last, he's gone for 14 off this, and there's still a ball to go, which Adam Slater has climbed into, flicked it way over Zaid Masood's head for the first 6 of the match, and that was a lovely shot from Adam Slater. Disappointing again for Irfan Naziri, 20 off that over. So he had 3 overs for 16, but finishes with 4 overs for 36. Man, and he didn't bowl too badly, just a couple short and then a couple too far pitched. And now Adams starting to see the ball, time the ball a bit more confident. He flicked that away beautifully, and that's quite a hit down there to the long on boundary, but cleared it. Didsbury on to 57 after 7 overs. So Hassan Ahmed back into the attack now. Let's just have a look. Third man and cover on the boundary, and deep square leg on the boundary. Abbas is pointing where he wants Ali Saeed to go. Does he? Yes, he's staying in the circle, I think. Yeah, he is. So there's a ring of 4 on the offside. No, there was a ring of 4, but now Heaton is coming right in front of me, so he's at deep extra cover on the boundary. So there's just there's a huge gap through extra cover for Andrew Mashida to pick runs off if he wishes to. Just mid-wicket in front on the leg side, so lots of runs there as well. Some pressure on Hassan. There's one of those gaps that I mentioned, but it's only been a leg by. But it's important that there are as few dot balls as possible from Didsbury's perspective. These two becoming that little bit more fluent now. Adam Slater's scored off his last 8 deliveries. 28 actually off his last 8. Just looking at my sheet, so I'm just going to add to that with another single. Yep. Bashar smartly round from mid off. Is an experienced player. I mean, he's not actually the captain, but he's organising the field, bringing men round. He's moved his cover a bit more towards extra now. Salam Khalid is that player. Again, another easy run for Andrew Mashita. Abdul Rahman Khan, the deep square leg boundary. Just trots in, single. You can see Adam Slater just eyeing that boundary up now, and with mid-wicket in, that is a very tempting hit, well within his capabilities of clearing that. And we would have advised to have the mid-wicket on the boundary rather than the square leg, but we'll see. That's nicely hit. Oh, not a great effort, I have to say, at cover. Aslan Khalid. It's only 1 this time at least. Got to be tight in that circle and try and create some pressure as best they can. The edge, but the third man is in play, Said Masood, so he'll that's come straight to him. So he doesn't have to do any chasing this time. Let's throw it back in. Tidy over from Hassan Ahmed. A single off every ball, but no boundary. Nothing, no full tosses like he bowled a couple of in the last over. So yeah, we can finish this 8th over off. Oh yeah, there's the full toss, you see. Hadn't bowled one up to that point, but did that time, and as we mentioned earlier, Adam Slater was eyeing up that boundary. Nobody back on it. Mersey really could do with somebody back there for Adam if you're going to have anybody out deep on the leg side. But they didn't, and from a Didsbury perspective, that's absolutely fine, because that was an easy boundary to finish that 8th over. 66 on the board now. We're going to have a new bowler. There he is, pointing and gesturing. Let's see. Yep, so it is going to be Salam Khalid to bowl. Let's put that on there. is going to be Arsalan Khalid. Not sure what he's going to bowl. But keeper's up, so I'm assuming spin of some description. Ball to Andrew Mashita. He's just getting himself organised, his Arsalan. So yeah, a bit of spin. He's got a man back on the cover boundary. 3 men out on the leg side. Deep square leg, deep mid wicket, long on. And here he comes, right time over. Oh goodness me, that's going to be hit. I think yes, too slow, too short, and 4 runs. Andrew Mashita had time to just scoop it right round into a gap. 4th 4 for the Didsbury skipper today, and that's taken the total on to 70. Now he's asking for that man to stay back, so now you've got too many out, I'm afraid, Arsalan. He can't stay there. That's going to be a no ball. Oh no, they've brought somebody else in, so they're okay. Big appeal, but clear bat on that for me. Yeah, got your 4 in, so there you go. Yeah, everything's fine in that regard, and I feel better about that second ball, Arsalan, than the first one. That's a better length, but it's hit. That's between 2 fielders, I think. Yes, it's just bounced in front of Hanain Khan coming in from deep mid wicket. Abdul Rahman Khan was running round as well from deep backward square, but it was between the 2 of them. A single for Andrew Mashita. Slater drives hard. Oh. And a bit of classic 3rd-11 fielding on the cover boundary there. Just Ali Saeed just stuck his boot in the way of it because it was going to speed past him. Kept it to 1. Oh. Andrew Mashita there, his eyes lit up, I think, but tried to hit it so hard he missed it completely. So, okay. Last ball of the over, driven out just for another single. So 7 off the over. And we'll see if Hassan is going to continue. You can see that partnership there has powered along really nicely to a quiet start. A maiden second over. Adam Slater has scored off his last 12 deliveries now. In total he's taken 35 runs, 12 consecutive scoring strokes, and that's what's helped give Didsbury this great impetus now. Slater just, as you can see, nearing a half century. 26 deliveries is 42, and as I say, the first 6 he faced were dots. So it's picked that up really nicely. That's exactly what Didsbury were hoping for. So we have got a change of bowling actually. Let's just see who we're going to have. Pretty sure this is Ali Saeed is going to bowl. So we'll put him down for now. Yes, there we are. So he is going to bowl. Ali Saeed bowling to Andrew Mashita. We'll spin. But decent pace, but it's flicked away nicely by Andrew Mashiter, and it's gone for 4. It's beaten the dive. I think that was Ben Pagan, the default boundary rider. He's going all over the field, young Ben. That was flicked and timed beautifully by Andrew Mashiter, and just an awkward bounce, slight bobble in front of Ben. I feel it's rubbing his shoulder down there. He took a tumble trying to stop it. But a boundary off the first ball for Didsbury, which he'll be pleased with. It's gone straight to him again now along the ground, and he's fielded that more smartly. Again, a foot either side. He might have been struggling, but it was right at him, that sweep. Nicely hit though from Andrew Mashiter. He's under 30 now. Run a ball. 78 for none. Adam Slater has pushed that out, and it's a not a great effort, I must say, in the deep. Connect, and Adam picks up an 8th boundary. Ball's got under the covers, so we'll just be a moment retrieving it. Osman Ahmed. It was sort of a deep mid-on area, but despair and dive. So Adam Slater 1 hit away from a half century here now. We've got a man on the deep mid-wicket boundary though, sensibly. They must have heard me talking. I was nearly in business there, but Ali Sai quickly across the field. Yeah, deep mid-wicket and deep backward square. But there is a big gap between the two boundary fielders. Almost a run there, a bit of a misfield. Abdul Rahman Khan there. Adam was interested, but you heard a loud shout of no from Andrew Mashiter. I need to risk anything silly just now. Last ball of the 10th. And he's pinched the strike, Adam Slater. With that single, he's on to 47, so that's 83 for none. That's halfway. Excellent start for Didsbury, and they'll be very, very pleased with this. It was a quiet beginning. Missed 9 off the first 2 overs, but they've accelerated really well. 13 fours and a 6 in these first 10 overs. That's given them a great platform. Mersey have helped themselves, only 2 wide, so that's not bad going at all, especially as it's stricter than they'll be third 11 will be used to. So that's encouraging. So let's see, Didsbury they're looking to at least double this from here. And we've got Salam Khalid to Adam Slater, who has hammered that through a gap on the offside for a 9th boundary and a 50. 31 balls only. Yes, he is. Well done, Adam. Excellent innings, and hopefully he can build on that. He's going to build on it with a single at least to the offside. He timed that first ball very nicely and found the gap on the offside between extra cover and the cover fielder on the boundary. And that's 2 full. It's hammered over that extra cover gap again. And Andrew Mashiter cashing in now with his 6th boundary. I'm just watching the Airbus coming over the ground as well. You might hear it in a little while. Wonderful sight around Manchester. Let's see if I can get it on my camera as well. It's not very good on the camera, but we'll see. I'll keep an eye on the cricket as well, and Mashiter has flicked that round, but straight to fine leg fielder. You can hear it now, the Airbus. As it jets off to the Middle East. Wonderful sight, majestic. And a little fly pass for us during our cup game here. Slater in the firing line as well, kept that to 1. That's another single for Adam Slater. As Andrew Mashiter's gone big for the last ball of the over. That's gone way over the boundary for 6. His first 6, and the Didsbury 100 up in the 11th over. Fantastic opening partnership by these two, and they should be getting round. That's better, everyone. A round of applause, thoroughly deserved. It's been a majestic, increasingly assured performance from these two. And there you can see after the maiden second over, it's been there's 9 runs there. They've 91 off the next 9, and it's been a terrific effort. So let's see what can go on. Ali Saeed is going to have another ball at Adam Slater. I think he's just going to go over his shots now. That's wide. There was cries of catch it. It was in the air. It was catchable, but difficult, particularly for third 11 standard fielding. And that was Abdul Rahman Khan. He dived away despairingly to his left, but couldn't get near it really. And it would have been a terrific effort to get a hand on that. Mashiter, I think, having got the blood pumping with that big 6, and it was a big one as well, right into the netting on that leg side. I think he's going to try and repeat the feat on the other side of the ground, if at all possible. He scooped that around the corner. You know who is down there, Ben Fagan. Keeps it to 1. There might have been a chance of a couple for initially, but not to be. 102 on the board. That's going to be, might even be another boundary here. Adam Slater has timed it beautifully, yeah. Big gap behind square on the offside. There's only that one fielder there at square. Hunain, I think that is, or is that Irfan? I think that's Irfan. Well, a long way to run for. He's very square on that cover boundary. Couldn't get round, so the ball's really zipping away over the outfield now. 10th 4 for Adam Slater into 58. Oh, that's nicely bowled and well batted. Took that out nicely. Quicker ball from Ali Saeed. He's only conceded 6 in this over and be looking to finish it off better than he did last time with a full bunger. Oh no, yeah, it's gone too full, and Adams hammered it right down, but it's been fielded. Well fielded. That's Usman Ahmed way down there at wide long on. Keeps it to 1, so just 7 off that over. Say just 7. 27 have come off the previous 2. You can see the Didsbury worm climbing very healthily indeed. 50 off the last 5 in all though. So excellent stuff from Didsbury. And we're going to see Ben Pagan now, having been all over the field. He's now being asked to bowl as well. So he's certainly having a game today. It's quite a daunting time to come on to bowl. 2 batsmen well set. They've added 107 together at almost 9 runs and over. Slater looking around at the field. He's got cover on the boundary. long on, deep mid-wicket, deep square leg, and long leg on the boundary on the leg side. Looked a bit wide from here, and yep, CB, thank you. Signals wide. Only the third one of the innings, though. That's as I was saying earlier, a very good effort from the Mersey attack thus far. Just a delay while Andrew Mash is sorting himself out. Come on, Mash. Yes, right, I think we're ready. Good. Oof. That's a better directed ball and a bit of a swipe from Adam. And swishes at thin air in the end, so a rare dot ball for Adam Slater. He's gone over that one though, and he's dissected the two fielders. Zaid Masood's running around. There's an easy two there. It's a long way down to that wide, long on position, but they got round okay. Slater into the 60s now, 61. And looking in great touch. Oh. Having said that, he's not timed that very well, and just as well because Irfan Naziri is down there at deep mid-wicket. Might have been in business with a better timed shot. As it is, a single. Oh, that's a terrible ball. Well, I say it looked like a high full toss, but it just dipped. Presumably attempted slower ball, and in the end, just a dot. You can see the wicket keeper Rob Lisney, Mersey captain, chatting with his counterpart about it. I should have thought it might have been a bit high. There's no signal from the square leg umpire, so dot ball. And nicely ball from Ben Pagan, who's done a good job for his team here in this over. Just, well, 4 in total off the over, 3 off the bat and the wide. First up. And if he can get out of this over with not conceding a boundary off the last ball, which can, because he's drilled straight to mid-off, where Abbas Shah, you can see they're just scrambling to field. Can't prevent the single, but doesn't do any worse than that. So that's a good over for Mersey. 4 runs off the bat and a wide, so it's just 12 off the last 2, but you can still see there from the scorecard that Mashita and Slater have been in complete control. 112 now, 7 overs to go. Looking at somewhere between, it's a bit random at the moment, 154 and 170, 72, that kind of figure. If they keep going at this rate, they'll land somewhere there. And I think that certainly with all the wickets intact, they would want the upper end of that. Putting to bat as we Didsbury. So Ali side is just adjusting his field. He's got a long on, deep mid wicket, deep square leg, deep backward square leg. So plenty of cover on the leg side, but he needs to have a bit more confidence in himself, Ali, because he's bowling pretty nicely. 17 off his bowling so far to his 3rd over, and he's swished at that and connected with it, but edged it, so just a single. There's a man back on the cover boundary, and he's got 4 in the circle on the offside as Ali Saeed. Too short that time. Slater powers it away, but only going to be 1. It's one of the boundary fielders picking that up. That was Hassan Ahmed out there. Deep mid-wicket. Mashiter's gone for it that time, and he's got it over the head of the fielder at deep square leg. And Pagan powerless to prevent that, going for 6. There's the shorter hit that side. Andrew Mashiter's been looking for it on a number of occasions and has reached 50 as a result. That's snuck up on me a little bit, I must admit, but that second 6 sees the Didsbury captain get to 50 off just 41 deliveries. And that's absolutely super stuff now. 120 on the board as he comes round the wicket, early side. Full toss though, powerfully hit out, and well fielded actually by Hassan, because that was travelling. We'll keep that just to 1, so 50 for both the Didsbury openers now. They've both batted with increasing assurance and hit some lovely shots. Another one there from Adam Slater, powerfully down to long on, single down there. So 10 off the over from Ali Saeed. He's bowled 3 overs for 27 now. There you can see the Mersey bowlers so far, 6 used, so they've got some options. Ben Pagan's going to have another one, and why not after that very encouraging first over for him, just 5 from it. As for Didsbury, so a healthy run rate, 8.71 as you can see on your screen at the moment, but they'll be looking to nudge that up this last 6 overs. 3 6s and 16 4s these two have hit between them. Going to add to that in this over, Adam Slater, and he has done, because he's hit it over the head of extra cover. That's bounced away. That'll be boundary 4 number 11 for Adam. Oh, let's just correct that. Press the wrong button there, that down there, and that there. So there it is, 4. That's Adam's 11th 4. He hit that very hard over the head of Salam Khalid, who's at deep extra cover. He's gone back onto the boundary now at deep extra cover. Long on, deep mid wicket, and a deep cover on the boundary, and long leg as well on the boundary. So plenty of singles around. I think Adam's more interested in the bigger hit. That's going to be a wide, yeah. Gosh, that powerfully hit as well. Oh, Zaid Masood has fumbled it a little down there. Might have been 2. Possibility, but Andrew Mashiter was, I think, a little bit on his heels. But single will do. 128. And a slight adjustment to the field. So the square leg comes in a little closer. Nicely hit by Andrew Mashiter. It's aerial. It's gone high up though, and Arslan Khalid has held an excellent catch. Very good catch there on the boundary. He was looking a little bit into the sun as well. Fine catch. So this excellent opening partnership finally comes to an end. Andrew Mashiter, the man out, caught by Arslan Khalid off Ben Pagan's bowling for an excellent 51. 2 6s and 6 4s for the Didsbury captain. And he gets a good round of applause as Sedburn makes his way to the middle. apologies, it's Sean Riley. Let's get that right. There we are. On my screen. So, new batter for Heaton Mersey to bowl at last after that superb opening stand of 128. Just a shade under 9 and over. That was a bit unfortunate it's come to an end from a Didsbury perspective, because that was a high swirling shot. The man had been moved back onto the deep extra cover boundary. He was looking into the sun a little bit as well, which was out at the time, but managed to hold on. So Sean Riley, the new bat, and he's got Ben Pagan coming in to bowl to him, and he's pushed it back a bit aerial. Adam Slater has just stood and watched, and if that, oh gosh, well, that was a little bit of a comedy of errors. It was looked quite catchable in some ways. Adam watched the ball and not Sean Riley charging towards him. Late setting off, and would have been some way short had the throw from Abbas been more on target. Thankfully for Didsbury it wasn't. Single is the result. And Adam has the strike. Slower ball, fuller length. Might push for two now, the youngsters. Between them they are going. Adam Slater had already turned and set off, and that's well judged. Sean Riley responded to that very well. So last ball of the 15th. Oof. That's got a bit of a chase for Ali Said here. He's gone right down to the boundary. I think he's got a boot on it. He has. It's come out of my line of sight. Down to fine leg. And 2 is the result, and 11 off the over finally. But the wicket, breakthrough for Heaton Mersey there, but it was a superb 128. You can see there on your screen. Just given Didsbury a fantastic platform. In the last 5 overs, still looking at around 170, and they should be. Ali Said is going to bowl his final one of his allocation. He's got Sean Riley to bowl at, and it's 4 men back on the leg side as per the last over, and the Fan Naziri, the 1 man on the offside boundary. 4 in the ring again. Abbas directing operations. He's moving Ben Pagan some way behind square now on that boundary. So no one in front. The mid wicket is very deep and not particularly straight, so there are gaps for Sean Riley to aim at. Hasn't got very long to play himself in here, young man. It's going to be wider, I think. Yeah, it is. It's tight, but it's what the captains have agreed to play, so that's fair enough. Same for both sides. 1 more on the Didsbury score, 134. Went out onto the offside. What about a couple of batters, but in the end a good decision just to settle for 1. Slater 73, not out now. So they say around the wicket to him. He's hammered that. There's in the end, they just stand and admire the shot, and there was an easy run there. Abbas was powerfully hit. So not a very good piece of cricket there. I'm not to say that don't think it's the first time I've said it during this innings, but there was a run to be had there, but not taken. This time they will take the single on offer down to the long on fielder. You can see Abbas, I can see him at mid-off, feeling his wrist there. That was hit so hard, it's really whacked him, and he couldn't have recovered to stop a single there, but the batsman just stood and watched. Anyway, that's done now, so he's in action again, Abbas, scurrying round, but Osman Ahmed beats him to it, keeps it to 1. So a tidy over so far from Ali Said to finish off. Just 4 runs in total off the over as it is, 1 ball to come. It's going to be another single. So that's well bowled from Ali Said, who were 10 off his previous over, but just 5 off that one. He finishes with 1 for 32 off his 4. See that very healthy run rate graph for Didsbury. They've got 4 overs left to build on it. So they should be looking at 170, which will take a bit of getting. It's going to be Ben Pagan to continue. He can bowl out from that end if that's required. To Adam Slater. Just clipped that away into the gap on the leg side. There's going to be at least 2 here. Great fielding from Irfan, very energetic. Race round. Big area to cover down there, but he did very well, young man. So couldn't prevent 2. That's the same fielder in business, but only going to be a single this time. It's coming well. Oh, Sean Riley looking round at where the gaps are. He's out into, oh dear, and a bit of having fielded so well earlier in the over, Irfan Naziri missed it completely and went past him for 4. Sean Riley's first boundary, the 18th of the innings, over 3 sixes. Didsbury on to 145 for 1. Single there. Well, that's a great hit from Adam Slater. That's too short, and that's gone way over the netting. Long hit, nearly hit a car coming in there, I think. Somebody just avoided a dink. Magnificent shot. That was not a good ball from Ben Pagan. Oh, and I think it has hit a car. And it looks like it's hit Andrew Masheter's car, he thinks. There'll be a slight delay while we find where the ball's gone. It was a big hit from the Didsbury youngster. They cleared the netting on that leg side. That's a fair blow today. He's asking for a drink as well as Adam, so might as well do that while there's this delay finding where the ball's gone. Brought the 150 up at 6, the 4th one of the innings. Adam's second, on to 84 now. Magnificent display from the young man. we found it, or are we getting another ball? Fielders have come back. No, we're going to go and find another one, so we'll just wait a moment till we get a ball back. Still just waiting for Heaton Mersey to find a suitable ball. I think we found one. So Masood was charged with that task. So we could resume the game. One ball left in the 17th over. It's been an expensive one for Heaton Mersey, 14 from it so far. And you can hear the Mersey fielders trying to lift each other up. It's been a punishing afternoon for them, having chosen to field first. But, anyway, here's Ben Pagan. Last ball of this over, and Adam Slater's clipped that powerfully away for 6 more. Gosh, what a shot that was, sailing away over wide long on. There's 2 fielders out there, but they were never in the game. Just watched it sail past them, bounced on the tarmac. Another 6. Adams third, 20 off that over, and you can see the Manhattan looking increasingly impressive. 51 have come off the last 5, and with 3 overs to go, Didsbury 158 for 1, and got their eyes on 180 now, I think, at least for that. We're going to have to find 3 overs from somewhere, gentlemen, and I think Zaid Masood, 2 overs, 1 maiden, none for 7 so far, has quite rightly been brought back into the attack. He'll do well to keep his figures that economical. This last stanza of the game, but he'll be doing his best. He's been shouting as much encouragement as he can. He's been busy in the field, out on the boundary. He's in. Oh, that's a bit of a leisurely Heaton Mersey feeling that Didsbury take full advantage of. And in fact, they're going to get the overthrow as well. So 3 runs the result. Should only really have been 1, but Osman Ahmed was I don't know whether he saw it properly or not, but he seemed to be a little slow in coming in. They ran 2, and then the throw was missed. So Didsbury steal another one, 3 off the first ball. Adam Slater just 10 away from a century now. Is that on strike? And Zain Masood, who bowled a maiden to Adam in the 2nd over, had him groping a bit there as well. That's the off stump. A rare dot ball. He's only had 17 dots in total out of this 54. That's a rather inelegant swipe, but it's got him a single. He was looking for that gap on the leg side with the mid-wicket fielder very wide on the boundary and square leg up back on the boundary. There's a very inviting gap through, or orthodox mid-wicket. There is a man at mid-wicket, but over his head is a huge expanse of green. Sean Riley running hard. You can get 1 though, but it's got Adam back on strike. Masood. Very full. And Slater kind of tripped over himself almost, trying to flick it away. So just one ball to go and only 5 off the over so far. A very good effort indeed from Zaid Masood. But that one's been hammered. Down to long on. It'll just be 1. So just 6 off that over, and I think Heaton Mersey will take that very much as their over. Especially considering 3 came off the first ball. But we're climbing towards a very healthy total. Oh, it's not a bad total already, but a really healthy one. 2 overs left. Didsbury going over 9 and over now. And it is going to be my friend Abbas Shah, who's a Ben Pagan after that rather punishing 3rd over. Went for 20. It's been taken out of the attack, so Abbas is going to have 1 over. Trundling enough a few paces. He's got, what's he got? Long off, you can see in the picture, long on, deep mid wicket, deep backward square leg and cover on the boundary. There is men out. So backward point, short fine leg, mid wicket and extra cover. And there is a huge gap in that extra cover region. So if he, that's a bit short of us, but it's going to be a single. I think Heaton is, it's Heaton, isn't it? I think it's fumbled that one. At least it didn't go to the boundary. It was a bit short, Abbas, but got away with it. And 65 for 1. Sean Riley's been a good start, 12 off 8. And he's been busy. And he's added to that. It's only going to be 1 though, I think, on this time, yes. That's rather embarrassing misfield in the previous over for Fan Naziri. Kept his eyes right on it all the way there and made sure it was only 1 run. Adam Slater now, 93 not out. Has pushed that and he's going to get 4 for that because Zaid Masood can't get round from a deep backward square to stop it. It's well timed. The outfield's speeding up all the time here at Didsbury. A 12-4 takes Adam Slater within 1 hit of 100, which would be a superb achievement. 12-4 that one. 97 not out. He's going to be 98 not out now because he's just pushed that, as you can see, right down to long off. So he just takes the single on offer. These two have added 43 already. Very well, and Sean Riley's hit that nicely, and that could be another 4. Oh, it is, yeah, it hits over effects, Mike, you heard there. Zaid Masood again in trying in vain to get round, couldn't cut the ball off. The microphone got a whack. Second 4 for Sean Riley, who's 17 off 10, has been very useful indeed. It's good momentum, as I say. They've added 47 now, these two, in good time, just over 4 overs. And Didsbury 175, and with power to add. Nicely flighted. It's going to be a dot to finish. Abbas is 1 and only over, 11 from it. So we've 1 over left, and Didsbury 175 for 1. And you can see Adam Slater very, very close to what will be a superb achievement. 100 in any form of the game is special, but T20 you generally only have around about half the deliveries you might expect to face if he bats through as he has. He's had 60 of them now. The 120 as Adam. He's got Zaid Masood bowling to him. Oh, and not for the first time in this innings. Has him groping at thin air outside off stump. That was a good delivery. Very much the pick of the bowler, Zaid Masood. He's in again. And again. Adam Slater can't even get bat on ball. At this juncture, so oops. Very well bowled Zaid Masood, and that'll be some encouragement for his team. They've had a tough 20 overs here. He's in one time, and that's, well, quite remarkable. Now a third dot ball in a row in the final over of the innings. With Didsbury just one down. Sure, Adam will be conscious of that, of course. Zaid Masood produced with this one. He's done them again. This is quite extraordinary. The final over with batsman 2 and 3 there, and there's been 4 dot balls. Not sure I've ever seen that before. Come on, Adam, you've got to get your bat on one of these at least. Oh, he has done. And he's going to run hard for 2, and you can hear the applause and the acclaim. And rightly so for Adam Slater, who's finally got bat on ball. He's got 2 runs, and as you can see just off screen there, getting a fantastic round of applause from a good crowd here. 100 off 65 deliveries. Hug from his partner Sean Riley. 3 sixes and 12 fours, Adam Slater. What a knock. Oh, and I've been told his gran and grandpa are watching apparently, so I'm sure they'll be as delighted as everybody here as he hammers the last ball. Oh, and finally finds the boundary as well to finish 104 not out. Didsbury 181 for 1. That was the 50 partnership as well. Everything happening off that last ball. And Adam Slater, the man of the moment, with that fantastic innings, batted all the way through. And 66 balls, his 13th 4 off the final ball. I'll try, if I can, and pan the camera around so you can see Adam coming off. There we go. Well, just unfortunately the graphics may come up, but you will hopefully see the Didsbury pair coming off. There they are, and a great round of applause, well deserved, for Adam Slater. Sorry, you've got the graphics in the way, but you can see his innings there and the effect on that Manhattan. 104 off 66. Didsbury 181 for 1. So Heaton, Mersey, the requirement 182, just a tick over 9 and over. We'll see the bowling figures come back on. Let's move the camera back round. There they are. Difficult afternoon for all the bowlers. Only conceded 5 wides, which is a very commendable effort. And Zaid Masood, well, that remarkable last over, with 4 dot balls in it, finished with none for 19 off his 4. That was a very creditable effort, but it's going to be a monumental requirement for Mersey to pull this off. They'll start again in roughly 10 minutes time, and we'll be back with you then. So welcome back to Didsbury for the resumption of the T20 group match in this third 11 competition. And with us during the Didsbury innings, you'll have seen the most wonderful scenes of celebration of the very final ball of the innings when Adam Slater reached I believe is his first 100 for Didsbury. Certainly his first that I've seen him make anyway. 104 not how he finished. And magnificent style. And two partnerships. 128 for the first wicket with Andrew Mashida, and then an unbroken 53 with Sean Riley for the second. Powered Didsbury to what should be an insurmountable total for Heaton Mersey, 181 for 1, the Didsbury final total. And as the two Heaton Mersey openers come out, Captain Rob Lisney and Usman Ahmed, they have got a real task on their hands now. I do have to keep an eye on the forecast is not particularly friendly for this afternoon. We need to get 5 overs in to have a game. And Duckworth Lewis will be used to calculate new targets or who's ahead at various different points in time. But anyway, let's hope we don't need any of that as we prepare for the action to get underway. Zach Nicholson is going to open the bowling from this Parswood end to bowl to the Heaton Mersey captain Rob Lisney. Just looking around the field to see what we've got. Got fairly typical field. His first 6 overs, only 2 out, so we've got deep backward square leg, Ian Hock. Sanjay Patel is down at third man. And we're all set to get started. Zach Nicholson. So here we go. And that's a very wide start. So Mersey away immediately. Good things for their bowling performance. Just the 5 wides conceded in those 20 overs, which is a very disciplined effort, very good. From that perspective, it's pretty to keep that wide count well under control. It's better more on target from Zach Nicholson, but a single for Rob Lisney opens his account straight away. Down to face. See Adam Slater there keeping wicket. He'll be tired tonight, young man, but fabulous innings. He's absolutely elated in the dressing room. 12 balls at Nicholson. We can only defend it. Chat as usual. It's been orchestrated by the Didsbury skipper. Not to anybody. Nicholson in again. It's powered through the leg side a bit short, and Usman Ahmed latched onto that. Hammered it away for the first boundary of the innings. Exactly a classical piece of stroke play, but certainly very effective. He was quick on his feet, saw the length. Powered it away through mid-wicket, which is forced to change in the field. Third man's come up and deep mid-wicket's gone back. For Didsbury, as that's about And Burnley's gone back to deep mid-wicket. So, that's it, halfway now through the offside, and it's beaten the fielder as well. It's going to be 4 more for Usman Ahmed. Bearing down with Sean Riley to cover between him and Ibrahim Khan. Couldn't prevent the boundary for Usman Ahmed. So good first over for Heaton Mersey. 1 ball to come in it. It's too short from Zach Nicholson really. It's been cut away and very well fielded by Sanjay Patel. Sprawling away. Third man to, because the bat's past him, that could well have gone for another boundary, but there was only 1 in the end, so 11 come off the first over, and a good start for the visitors. We're not sure of the batting order, but I think the first few are right. Ian Hock prepares to roll from that far end, or Fletcher Moss end. Let's try it that way. Pinched the strike there off that last ball, so higher. So again, fairly orthodox field. So that's coming out to fine legs, so the Sean Riley's gone out to cover, or he's actually went to backward point on the boundary. 2 men out. Some of the ring of 4, but sat fairly deep in the circle. Ian Hock starts his familiar approach to the wicket, and has been on the line with his first delivery, just like Zach Nicholson did. A bit of an untidy start from Didsbury. Straight into the ground, but mid off. I think I've seen Usman play before, so he's clearly very much hand-eye. That's in timing. That's a nice shot there. He's provided it through, but he can't beat the fielder at deep mid off. He'll settle for 1. Dylan Harris down there fielding the ball. So they are quite deep set fielders in the fielding circle. So just a single, so that's okay. Again, and more on target. Another unconvincing inside edge out onto the leg side from Rob Lisney. Stevie Singh smartly in from the backward square leg. Oh, that's a better ball. A few of those when Heaton Mersey bowled, and it's the first one that's really gone past the bat for Didsbury. Look at the conditions. It's certainly got a lot cooler. It's a very pleasant morning indeed, but it's cooled down. And although there's still plenty of blue sky and patches above the ground, there is some cloud building up. So Ian Hock bowls him, the Yorker, beauty, and makes the early breakthrough. So regardless of what's going on overhead on the pitch, crucial first wicket. And so the Heaton Mersey skipper has to depart. A few chats between the Mersey fielders. Just the husband wanted to know how many was left in the over. It's not going to avail him very much because as Heaton Khan comes out, because Heaton will have to face. And husband giving him some advice. There's plenty of advice on offer from the Heaton Mersey players to one another. And you can see it's still going on in your picture. So he's had a full coaching session at aim before he's even taken guard. So he's got one ball to face in this second over, and Enam Hock right on target with that Yorker, which did for the Heaton Mersey skipper. And they'll be looking for a repeat performance, will Enam. He stutters in. That's not going to be a Yorker, but it has whizzed past the outside edge. Heaton survives. So a better second over for Didsbury, just one run off the bat and a wide. You can see start. So Zach Nicholson will be looking to get something in his wickets column as well now. So Zach Nicholson in, husband has put that one out onto the leg side for a single. Zach Nicholson into Heaton Khan, who's scooped that just over the fielder at forward square leg for 4. It was an unorthodox shot. As soon as that, I think that's Joe. It is Joe Ramsden there, who's well, he's taller than me now, Joe. Goodness, it was just over his grasp. So. Well, this is going to be interesting, I think, if it's going to play some shots like that. Oh, he's gone. No, that's gone straight up in the air. But I think it's no, that's incorrect. Actually, it hasn't gone straight up in the air. It's gone over the two fielders covering back. My apologies to Heaton. He hit that better than I had given him credit for. Bit of a slap, and it went higher than he would have wanted it, so it didn't get the momentum when it bounced. And it's only 2 rather than 4, but 2 nonetheless. Heaton Mersey on to 20. Something for Zach Nicholson to do. It's been a bit expensive so far. Oh, now that has gone straight up in the air, and Joe Ramsden is underneath it and has dropped it. Oh dear. Not the most convincing effort in the field, I have to say. Chance goes down. Single for Heaton Khan. Didsbury just need to be a little more clinical, I think, and get this job done. Zach Nicholson frustrated on that occasion. That's a good full-length delivery. Good reply from him. Dot ball. Little knot of spectators enjoying the action this afternoon. Here, 1 or 2 bits of chatter from them. Last ball of the third over, and Usman has powered it. Oh, he's hit it actually into the ground, hasn't he? So it's a single rather than anything more than that. 9 off the over, so 22 off 3. Didsbury only had 16 on the board at this stage, but of course went on with a terrific gallop thanks to that fantastic opening partnership and Adam Slater's wonderful 100. Now we've got a bit of fun here. I think he's changed his bat. He's only faced 4 balls and he's got 7 off 4 and he's changed his bat. And I think possibly emboldened by the life he's been given, will be planning something ambitious anyway. I'll have to watch his partner at the moment, facing Enam Hock. That's beautifully hit. Oh, almost too well hit by Usman Ahmed. Dylan Harris, the fielder, at a very deep mid-off. Decided to stop it rather than dive forward, quite wisely I think. It's no run. Could have connected a little bit better with that, he'd have been straight down his throat. So as well, nicely flicked away. CB Singh round quickly, but couldn't gather it cleanly. So single the result. Now Heaton, this new bat in hand. We've got, what have we got? Deep extra cover on the boundary, and Joe Ramsden out to deep mid wicket. That's a long head out there, but I think Heaton will be fancying this. He's having a look around, seeing where he's got his gaps. There's a huge gap in front on the offside for an easy one. As Enam Hock comes in, and he was looking for it there, but in the end decides not to. So I was just thinking I could see a little bit of a few spots of rain falling, but thankfully my eyes are deceiving me. Each have a minimum 5 overs in this innings. For the game as Heaton attempts something rather violent with the bat, but misses it. That's what he was trying to do. Look at that, cream it through the offside. You need to get forward a little further, I think, to get your balance right over the shot and the weight in it. But let's see how he tries with this one. Oh, he's just defended it. So 7 off 4 with the old bat, and he's 3 dots with the new one. He's playing himself in. Didsbury ahead on DLS at the moment. That will come into it, as I say. If once we get beyond the 5 over mark, we've got a game, and DLS will decide. Be used to decide, and wickets are what will do it for Didsbury. Well, it's not going to be a wicket. That's going to be a wide. So one more on that Heaton Mersey total, 24. The DLS power at the end of the over is 32, so they're not a million miles away, but another wicket would set them right back, and that's what Didsbury have got to strive for. Now Heaton's gone up in the air. Now Sanjay Patel is underneath this one, and he's caught it this time. Good catch at mid-on by Sanjay Patel, and Heaton. I think he's tried that shot a few times in this over. Hit it up in the air, and Perish with a good catch, taken by Sanjay Patel. That's the end of the over as well. So the second Heaton Mersey wicket falls with a score on 24, and this is the problem I see with the DLS. It's gone to 44, so Didsbury well in front now. You can see the run rate there. Heaton Mersey, after a decent start, is tumbled back down and has got some way to go to keep up with the fantastic rate of scoring that developed during the Didsbury innings. Now are we gonna have a change of bowling, or is that going to have a third? I think he's looking like he's going to bowl again. sort out the umpiring situation. It will be Usman on strike. Yeah, Usman should be on strike and is. They were just checking over here, which is fine. So Usman Ahmed now 13 off 12, a couple of boundaries. Be looking to add to that tally as well during this over. He's been striking it nicely enough. He's going to have to strike it a fair bit more if he's going to have a chance. Not having a chance of that off there, but that's a wide, and they've run through for one, so 2 wides in total, 26. The score as Abbas Shah, a good friend from my days at Heaton, Mersey many years ago, Abbas, and nice to see him before. We had a good chat before the game, and I hope he can get some runs today, I don't mind saying. He's certainly capable of doing it, but he's got a job on his hands. If they're going to get anywhere near this 182 they're required to win Heaton Mersey, even get level with DLS will be an achievement at the moment. Zach Nicholson into him. He's away straight. See, that is typical Abbas, just a typical scurry through off the mark straight away. Which brings Usman Ahmed back on strike. Hit that nicely, but powerfully, but only down to for a single and to mid-on. Dylan Harris again doing the fielding there. On the score, 28 for 2. Right, drifting up towards 10. Oh, that's a good ball from Zach Nicholson. That's the problem that you've got, of course, with such a asking rate at 9 when they started, so any dot ball will knock that out even further, and before you know it, you're needing 2 a ball. Oh. And you can see we almost met mid-pitch to discuss the possibility of a single. You do have to be on your toes with Abbas when he's because he's a very busy player, and rightly so. You've got to try something off every ball if possible. See, the rate's drifted actually beyond 10 now as a result of those consecutive dots. Still 2 balls left in this over. And that's going to be another one actually as well, because that was down the leg side, so a very happy time, Zach Nicholson. This is 3rd wide. Already had 6 in total in these 4 and a bit overs, which is more than Heaton Mersey gave away in all 20. Do not want to be too casual about it, Didsbury. Oof. And that's a good ball from Zach Nicholson, much better. In this group stage there are 3 games to play for each side. Obviously the easy way to go through is to win all 3 matches, but net run rate has come into it in the past. The total as they have, Didsbury have a great chance of really giving themselves an advantage in the competition, as Abbas is down on the wicket and is pinching a single to mid-off. So the end of the 5th over, 6 from it in total. 3 overs for 26 now, Zach Nicholson. And Heaton Mersey on to 30, but you'll see there the difference between theirs and the Didsbury scoring rate. They've got that Manhattan to match, and it's a huge task they face. They'll want to score as many as they can, to assuming that they will not win this game, Heaton Mersey, to at least keep the margin of defeat such that their net run rate is not too negatively affected, because with got a wasp in here, sorry. Stockport and Ashton on Mersey also in the group. The playing of the other games is uncertain because of the weather disrupted start to the season. Breakover Zenam Hock comes in. And again a scurrying single from a bass. Usman's going to have to be on his toes. He was on that occasion though. They both went straight away. The ball was just dabbed out on the offside. Yeah, it's a bit uncertain. They were supposed to play last Sunday one of the games and didn't. And one of the games had already been scheduled for a midweek, an evening fixture. Oh, there might have been a nick on that. It went very low through Adam Slater's gloves. Not sure he did hit it, but one or two hands on heads, and that's the fielders. But a dot is the result. This was supposed to be the final game in the group, the Bank Holiday Monday fixture. But, no fixtures at all on the 21st, when there should have been one. 28th was rained off generally around. Most of the Calder grounds were too wet, even though it was a fine day. Oh, Abbas coming down with a bit of advice now. Plenty of it in the field, and now he's got some for his partner. And then this should have been the final group fixture, but all teams are in the same situation. This is just the first group match for many sides in this year's competition. Pound that away, but no possibility of two initially, but Joe Ramsden quickly in to keep it to one. So yes, it's anybody's guess when the group stages are going to be completed this year. Might not even be completed before that rescheduled finals day I was talking about. The finals day for last year's competition. It's taking place on the 2nd of May bank holiday, the 27th. Absolutely bananas to me, but there we are. It's going to happen, so there we have it. Oh, Abbas shuffling down the pitch and just got some bat on that. For a moment it might possibly roll back onto his stumps, but disaster averted there at least. Final ball of the power play as he now hocks in, and that's he's going to have to bowl it again. It's another wide, so hopefully this now will be the final ball of the power play, and Didsbury will be much the happier of the two. He conceded 3 boundaries in this power play. I'll have to try it again. 3 fours hit by the by Heaton Mersey. Not really cashed in on checking that we've got one left, which we have. So, hopefully this time, yes, he's much more on target than Abbas, with a rather ambitious sachet down the pitch. Missed it, nearly nicked it. So the end of the power play, 34 for 2, Heaton Mersey. Didsbury were only 37 off their power play, but hadn't lost a wicket, and of course didn't lose one till the 14th over. And the task ahead now, the acceleration Didsbury undertook. 148 required off 15 at 10.5 and over. Essentially DLS 59, so a long way shy of that now. Change of bowling here. This is going to be Seb Byrne. He seems to be organising his field, so we'll put him down there. So you're 34 for 2. With now the fielding restrictions lifted, so Didsbury immediately take advantage. They've got deep mid wicket, deep backward square, third man and cover on the boundary. Sean Riley, that fielder. So Seb Byrne is going to bowl at Osman Ahmed. 15 off 16. He's hit 2 of the 3 boundaries at for Heaton Mersey thus far. That's one of the things Didsbury did so very well. 21 4s and 5 6s in their innings. Total of 181. Taking a bit of time getting organised here, but I think we're ready. Come on boys, let's get on with it. So we have a game on our hands now as well. Whatever happens, we've had the 5 overs. Seb Byrne charges in. Osman Ahmed straight away. Big swing of the bat, but he can only get 1 to deep mid wicket, and that will suit Didsbury fine. We needed to have those 5 overs, so should we have any weather intervention now, it will come down to DLS, and that figure, it's not on the screen, but I can tell you it's what they need to be 59 at the end of this over to be level on DLS Mersey, which is not going to happen, I don't think. So oops, so a last second pull out of delivery. Seb Byrne. Slate is standing up, as you can see, for Abbas Shah. He's just pacing his run up again. Young Seb, he's got something he's not happy with. He's in again now, though. Ball to Abbas Shah. That thumps him on the pad.
Good work, Seb. Good, mate.
I was typically thinking of 1, but it's another dot. Oh yeah, and again the 2, you can see the 2s. Consider the possibility, but some clearer calling I think would help. So if you're going to guess like that, disaster does not feel very far away. And that's an easier single out. It's gone out to that big gap with Sean Harris fielding, coming in from the cover boundary. It's only 1 more. That's 4 off 10. Osman Ahmed, the keeper up for him now as well. We'll have to be a little more circumspect. He's having to defend. He's looking for that. As you can see, that punch away through mid wicket, but 2 4s in the first over. But then that's been his lot. The singles since. Good over so far from Seb Byrne. He's been on the spot. It's only going to be 1, and that's fine. There's no need to throw. And CB, quite rightly, just holds on to the ball. Well, I've only made that 5 balls, gentlemen, I'm afraid, but could be wrong. But anyway, we'll end the over. See if it happens next time. So, 7 overs bowled, 37 for 2. And you can see Mersey really just getting themselves in a bit of a hole now. Let's climb to over 11. Now we're going to have Joe Ramsden from the far end. Heaton Hot keeping an over up his sleeve. 2 for 8 from his 3. And, excuse me, Adam Slater down, standing back for Joe Ramsden. So, Osman Ahmed, who's dispensed with the helmet now, by the looks of things. Smashes a single out through to mid-off. But they are going to need to start finding a rash of boundaries, Heaton Mersey, to haul themselves back into any sort of contention. They're almost 30 behind on DLS. Scurries away for another single. But so Didsbury will be quite happy for him to have those. It's not going to hurt. Just another reorganisation there from Andrew Mashida, who's fiddling around with the field. Everything's fine. Andrew. The panic tones. It's actually gone for 4. The umpire signalled. It's 4 byes. It's gone straight through the wicket keeper. I was watching the batsman. Abbas exerting his partner for another run, but in the end it was unnecessary because they have found a boundary, albeit with 4 byes. So 43 for 2 now. And now Adam Slater standing up. That's short from Joe Ramsden. It's only prodded out for 1. Short again from Joe Ramsden. He's pushed it straight out though. Ibrahim, oh gosh. Good throw from Ibrahim Khan there to it into the ground, but trying to bounce it up onto the stumps, and Adam Slater almost managed to palm it back onto the stumps. Would have been interesting had it hit, but as it was, single is taken. Nicely hit. Oh no, that should be out of the front of the wrong end. And that's the chaos that can ensue. Abbas calling, yes, it was well hit, but straight to the fielder, Andrew Mashita. Had he thrown to the keeper, Usman had come halfway up the pitch in response to Abbas's call, who then called no as he realised the fielder had his hands on the ball, but through to the bowler's end. So a dot is the result of that. 45 for 2 on the board after 8 overs. And the rate climbing ever further upwards. 29 behind on DLS. Heaton Mersey, they had a couple of big overs to try and pull that back within range, but Seb Byrne, who only conceded 3 off his first, will be thinking very differently, and a wicket from him for Didsbury would be terrific, because that would really keep things nicely in check. Oh, not far away from doing it either. Tidy take by Adam Slater. Again, nicely bowled. defended back to him. Well, that's my friend. Yeah, I'm afraid you're chewing up a few too many here. He'll be aware of that, of course. 6 off 15 for him now. And he'll be... at least he's got himself off strike. Another single. But he knows they need the boundaries. But Didsbury bowling very well. Young attack. Zach Nicholson expensive, but the others have been much more economical. 8 from Enam's 3. More experienced player. Seb Byrne bowling very nicely here. Good line and length, accuracy, and it far away from a wicket there. Good and a good take from Adam Slater. There's 2 to come, gentlemen. There should be 2 to come anyway. Just getting the stumps sorted out, right. Here comes Seb. Oh, it's hit powerfully down. They got a good stop by Andrew Masheter. Might have got an overthrow there, but Osman Ahmed wasn't looking. And in the end, dot ball. It was a good piece of fielding by the Didsbury captain at backward point. So just 1 off this over so far. Super effort from Seb Byrne. That's alright, it's climbed above to a ball now. Osman Ahmed's powered that one away, but straight to the fielder. And that's Joe Ramsden at deep square leg. No, I don't want to do that. Let's just try that again. 1 is the result. So let's put that on correctly. There we have 47 for 2 after 9. See, these 2 have added. He's for 23. We're second them 5 overs to do so. And all that's happened is the rate has climbed above 12 now, as I said. More than 2 runs a ball. And significantly, the DLS now at 82, so way away. And I don't think that's going to come back within any sort of range. Another wicket would push it towards 3 figures as Joe Ramsden's in, trying to find that 3rd wicket. They don't need to be doing this, Didsbury, particularly. There's a run and a athletic throw. Andrew Masheter hands on head, the fielder. He'll tell you it missed by a whisker. He couldn't actually see. But see Ali Saeed down here practicing a few ambitious looking lofted drives. We'll see when he gets a turn with the bat. As Abbas has carved it away. I think it's going to be just yet another single. 8 singles for Abbas. Certainly be if he hasn't done his any exercise routines for the day, Abbas, he'll certainly be after that, as Osman Ahmed's innings is over because Joe Ramsden has broken through with a good, quicker straight one. Osman Ahmed desperate to try and find a boundary. Not his ambitious swipe. It comes to naught because he misses, and he's clean bowled by Joe Ramsden. Out for 21. Took him 28 in the end. 2 4s in the first over, but after that it was just 1s, and he was getting increasingly frustrated. And 3rd wicket for Heaton Mersey with a score just 49. Fan Naziri has come in. Bowled very well earlier. Opened the bowling, bowled his 4 overs straight through, but it was his last very good overs, then his last over went for 20. Sure, rather spoilt things for him, but there was some encouraging signs there from him, and he, I would imagine he bats in a similar way that he bowls at 100 miles an hour, and he's certainly got no time to have a look. He's got to try and get on with it. He's away straight away with a single out to deep extra cover. 50 up for Heaton Mersey. Or rather academic now. It's taken them nearly 10 overs to do that. Didsbury were 82 at the same stage. And the acceleration they affected with Adam Slater at the 4 was quite superb. And it's going to take something very special to get anywhere close to 181. And to be fair to Heaton Mersey, it would be an achievement from just about any side to chase that kind of total down. Final ball of the 10th. Oh, and it's evaded Adam Slater again. It was a decent ball. Irfan got into a bit of a tangle. He's got one. But a bye it is. So, halfway through, 52 for 3. Good over from Joe Ramsden, just, well, 5 from it. There was a bye at the end, so only 4 off his bowling, which is a great effort from him. You can see the catastrophic effect it's had on the Heaton Mersey run rate, way away from where they need to be. Right up at 13 now. And Seb Burns 2 overs for 5 have been a big part of that. Is he going to get a third, or are we going to see him held back? And we're going to see CB have a bowl. I think we are. We are. So Seb Burn 2 excellent overs for 5. And CB Singh. It's all action bustling, and you'll see him in a moment. He's got deep mid wicket and deep backward square. He's got third man and cover on the boundary. And Irfan Naziri, you can see him there poised. We're looking to get some bat on this. Whoa! I felt the draft from that from here. So no contact made. More coaching from from Abbas. Long ones in place as well. I was just checking. Might come in, be in business here if he gets hold of one, but he's missed again. As young Irfan. Needs a little more composure, I think. He's just a little bit wild, that swing. Certainly going to keep all the fielders on their toes, though. Aiming those kinds of blows. Oh, and he's got hold of one. It's skewed down towards long on. That's Dylan Harris down there. This keeps it to 1, so the theme of singles continues. It's no boundaries off the bat since the third over, that one Hanain Khan hit. Got 4 byes since, but another single pushed by Abbas, but yeah, it's all pretty academic because the rate required now. It's they needed to deal in boundaries seriously, but only managed 3 all innings, and nothing in no boundaries in nearly 8 overs now. She'll be disappointed with Heaton Mersey. Well, it's an unusual little, almost like the Dhoni helicopter shot after a fashion from Irfan. It's only got him a single though. Well stopped. Seb Byrne at mid-off. 55 the total, but just one ball remaining of the 11th. The Bass is down the pitch. He's only going to get one though, it's straight to the fielder. They're going to go for two. Oh, but the throw's not good enough, so the Bass has finally broken that run of singles. He's got two. It's only 5 off the over. Good over from CB Singh. And that Manhattan now illustrates the scale of the problem, because those purple bars or maroon bars needed to be at least as high as the blue ones, and they're nowhere near. And that explains why the required rate has drifted out to nearly 14 and over. 125 required off 9 overs. It's not going to happen. DLS 101 now, so the gap has only ever increased. Joe Ramsden in for a third over. Fans giving that a biff, and he's got that through, and I think might he get a boundary? No shot. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant work from Sean Riley, keeping that to 2. Looked like it beat Sanjay at mid-on, and Sean Riley raced round, kept it 2-2. Great diving stop on the boundary. Only going to be one. Just keep hold of it, Sanjay. Just gets it as he does. There's no need to try and do anything crazy, because the wickets will take care of themselves. Heaton Mersey have to take so many risks. No, I'm going to get one there. As I said earlier, they want to try and at least keep the margin of victory reasonable, so that their net run rate isn't too negatively affected. It will be negatively affected inevitably when they lose, but they've still got something to play for in that regard. Oof. And that's a good Yorker from Joe Ramsden. So a quick masterclass from Abbas to the young man. But I'm not sure how much will be going in, to be honest, mate. So I think he's just looking to hit the ball as far away as he possibly can, Irfan, and fair enough. Oh. Despite aiming for the trees at the far end, he's just dribbled out onto the leg side through his legs for a single. Good over this from Joe Ramsden, just 5 off it, well, very accurately. And, not giving anything to hit particularly. Flicked it away. He's got it quite fine, actually. Oh, and he's got a boundary. I didn't see it go, but it's so fine that we finally have a Heaton Mersey boundary. The 4th of the innings, though. The first since that's the first one in 9 overs, and you can see the impact that's had on that worm. Nowhere near where it needs to be. 8 overs remaining, 66 for 3. That's now Abbas on to 17. Full of advice. He's trying to encourage Irfan to pick the gaps in the field, try and find them. There we go, like that, he's saying. But we'll see how much of that goes in as CB Singh gets ready for his second over, just 5 off his first. Irfan Naziri got the quite a shorter leg side boundary to aim for. And he's gone for it. He's hit it quite straight, actually. He's hit it nicely, the young man. And yeah, look at that. So consecutive 4s now. Heaton Mersey finally putting their foot on the gas. It's all too late, but Irfan will be delighted with that blow. He did hit it well, to be fair to him. Quite straight. And be feeling very pleased with life. now. He's got long off and long on back. Two men on the leg side boundary as well. That's gone up in the air now. Can one of them coming quickly enough? No. Oh, unlucky there, Seb Byrne. It's through his hands. He was on the run. A lot of ground to cover to get close to it, but couldn't hold on. So second chance goes down, although it's shouldn't matter over much, but difficult, but still catchable. 2 for Irfan Naziri. Whack! Oh no! He managed to hit it straight back at CB Singh, and he would have been run out with a hit there. Absolutely clubbed it, but straight back at the bowler, who held on. Released the throw, but wide of the stumps. We have this ball. He's down the pitch. It's up in the air now. That should be out. Zach Nicholson's underneath it, and has taken a very good catch. Held on well there, Zach. On the deep mid-wicket boundary, and so Irfan Naziri's entertaining little cameo comes to an end. He did at least find a boundary in that over with a good shot, but trying again has perished. He's out for 13. Fourth Heaton Mersey to wicket 2-4. The score 72, and he's been replaced by Abdul Rahman Khan. You might have guessed he'd get a couple of pages of notes from Abbas on what to do before he's faced the ball. But he's looking around. But, well, he might be able to get some runs, and CB Singh's into him. Well, he's going to have a wide first ball, so 1 on the total, but it's still technically his first ball coming up. CB Singh into him, and always to dig out a very good, accurate delivery. And he's hit that nicely into the outfield. Off the mark with a single. Oh, there it is. And the end of the over. So 74 for 4. Just 7 overs to go. You can see there the Heaton Mersey card. No real progress made towards the total. Never looked really likely, but so they've got to watch the margin of defeat. It doesn't damage their net run rate too much. Change of bowling we are. Sanjay Patel, I think, is going to have a ball. Yeah, he's pointing and organising his field, so we're going to see Sanjay in action with a spin. Very nice position to be coming on to bowling. He's got 3 men back on the leg side, and extra cover on the boundary. Enam Hock just asking the skipper where he wants him. He's at mid-off. So backward point, find third man in the circle, mid off, as I say, cover on the boundary, and CB Singh's coming round here at deep. He's got a deep backward square. Oh, as the first ball is as the rather groping edge of Abdul Rahman Khan's bat. Oh, he's going to be stumped. Yes, he is. That ball too far down the pitch, and Adam Slater, having batted so brilliantly well, has now affected a stumping too as a wicket. So the fifth Heaton Mersey wicket falls. This is Ali Saeed who's gone in. I'm going to go with that anyway. Yeah. That is advice from Abbas, who's had to scurry off to get a drink. He must be exhausted after all that running and advising. 17 off 22 he's made. Rather hopeless cause. But nothing away from Didsbury. They've built a fantastic platform with a superb batting performance, led by Adam Slater, but good contributions from Andrew Mashita and Sean Riley. And then the bowlers have pressed home that advantage. Just 5 boundaries conceded in 13 and a half overs. And Sanjay Patel a wicket with his second ball. He's coming into ball to Ali Saeed. There's a big looping full delivery. Managed to dab it out down to find third man. Second wicket there for Sanjay as Ali Saeed almost chops that onto his stumps. And bizarrely, in the middle of this T20, we're one ball away from potentially a wicket maiden. We'll find out soon enough. Sanjay, if you can do that. Every possibility, the way that Ali's looking at the moment. But oh, no. He scooped it away nonchalantly. And he's pinched the bowling. Abbas urging him to push, but there's only ever going to be one. And there is only one. You can see Sanjay Patel, 1 for 1. And a fine effort all round in the main from the Didsbury bowling. The young players today will play a big part in the third team this year. Yes, we're going to we change of bowling with Dylan Harris brought into the attack. CB Singh wicket and in his 2 overs. The 7th bowler brought into the Didsbury attack now. So fire engine goes past the ground. Just a shout. Anyway, here comes Dylan Harris, and he's bowling to Ali Saeed, who pushes out to mid-wicket. This game nears to its conclusion. It's been more one-sided than you might have expected. Start of play. It's another good ball from Dylan Harris as Ali Saeed in a bit of trouble. So edged the ball into his pads. It's a magnificent batting display from the home side after a start certainly lacked fluency, but they soon picked it up. You know, they were 128 for none at the same stage, where Heaton Mersey have managed just 75. So we've seen just the 5 boundaries in total in this innings so far. So encouraging signs for this fairly new look Didsbury 3rd-11, as it will be throughout much of this season. That's up in the air. It's going to be an easy catch, and it is an easy catch for Ibrahim Khan at cover, and a first wicket for Dylan Harris. Good catch taken by Ibrahim, and the 6th wicket falls for 75, with Ali Saeed departing for just a single. 8 balls up, making those runs. And Hassan Ahmed, he of the bright orange shoes, has replaced him. He looks well capable of some lusty blows, does Hassan. Situation before him in terms of the match hopeless, but see if he can get himself in the double figures at least and find the boundary a time or two. Dylan Harris will have other ideas into him, and he's away first ball. Single and into the offside. So the game just petering out. It's been very one-sided, but no complaints from myself, from a Didsbury perspective about that. They've certainly earned the right on that batting display of increasing impressiveness. Bass has nudged away. He's only going to get one though. No run to that throw. No. So it's just one. So good first over from Dylan. 2 runs and a wicket. You can see the tale of woe for Heaton Mersey. No, couldn't get any fluency in any of these partnerships, and nothing anywhere near substantive enough to remotely threaten. 5 overs remaining. Busy Abbas Shah on strike. He's going to be facing Sanjay Patel. There's plenty of ones around for Abbas, who's 12 of his 18 that way. So he's facing Sanjay, who's into him. Oof! And he's had a big swipe at that. I think he's missed it. See if I get a signal from the umpire. I do. Finally, he's encouraged the signal by his captain at square leg. I don't think he got any better. It is a bye. 78 for 6. So Hassan now. See if this type of bowling's to his liking. Oh, well, not that. No, he's sparring at that rather unconvincingly. Sanjay will loop him one right up and see, or is he of a more miserly mindset? Well, he's looped it a bit. He's had a huge mow at it, Hassan, but it's just an inside edge and to mid wicket, single for him. And Bass has hit that straight, and he's going to get another boundary, I think, unless no fielder can't get across. He covered a lot of ground from long off across to long on. See who that was down there. That was 7, I'm not sure, but anyway, he couldn't stop it. And a second 4 for Abbas, who's now top scored in the innings with 22. He's hit that more cleanly, but it's only going to be 1 because that's down to Seb again at long on, single. So 1 ball left for Hassan Ahmed to try and find the middle of the bat. That's short enough. Oh, he's sort of an ugly hike though, I'm afraid, and it's gone directly behind him for 1 run. He's pinched the bowling at least. Not sure whether he'll be pleased about that or not. But, that run rate graphic, as you can see, just illustrates the difference between the two sides. To maintain a run rate like that for that long is really good going, especially in T20 cricket, and Heaton Mersey have come up well short, I'm afraid. DLS 150, so on all counts they're in total control. Didsbury, last 4 overs to complete, and Dylan Harris 1 for 2 to that very good first over. Bowling to Hassan. He's going to have to roll that one again now as it's wide. Oh, and that's nicely hit though. Where he wanted it, Hassan, but unfortunately for him, Sanjay Patel spoiled the fun from long on, coming round to keep it just to 1, but he connected fairly sweetly with that one. Eight, 87, let's go for 6, brings the Bass on to strike. Jams down on that, just in time. Not even a Bass tried a single off that. That's going to be a leg by, I think. Leg by, yep, and signalled, so that's the total. Hassan back on strike. Down the pitch, it is bowled. Oh, misjudged that one, I'm afraid. And a second wicket for Dylan Harris. Clean bowled Hassan Ahmed, and made just 4. So Ben Pagan replaces Hassan Ahmed. Very busy time in the field earlier, did Ben. And took a wicket as well in his 3 overs. Got a bit of a pasted in his final over that went for 20, so he finished with 1 for 6, but bowled pretty well in his there you go. Certainly in that stage of the innings. Anyways, he's going to have an opportunity to get a few runs. Dylan Harris 2 for 4. Oh, very nice. And Anthony, can you move that mic? You're getting a bit of chatter from them. Thank you. Yeah, just trying to sort our effects mic out. Sorry about that. So Dylan Harris is in to complete the 17th over. That's a very good end to the over for Didsbury. Another dot ball. 2 for 4 Dylan Harris from his 2 overs. Excellent work from him, and we're gonna, I think, see another bowler on. Is Ibrahim's gonna bowl, I think. Yes, he is. So let's just find that. There, we're just gonna. There we are. Straight positioned our effects, mate. There's a crowd of people, and they're just chattering away, but it just makes a bit too much noise on the mic. So we've had that moved. Still 3 overs to go, and Ibrahim's going to bowl to Abbas Shah. 4 out on the leg side boundary. It's Ibrahim round the wicket. Oh gosh, hit that a bit too short, but he's just pushed it away for 1 at Abbas in the end. Decided against trying anything more aggressive than that with the fielders out on the leg side. Sanjay Patel is in the circle at mid wicket. We've got deep backward square leg, forward square leg, mid wicket and long on. They've stayed there for Ben Pagan, so down the leg side, and that should be wide, young man. Yes, well done. The batsman came inside of it. That was still a wide ball, so score on to 90. Oh, nice shot from Ben. That's gone in the air though. Sean Riley's underneath it and held it. Very well done. I thought he got over it pretty well, but not well enough. And good catch, no fuss from Sean Riley. And the first wicket for Ibrahim. So he'll be delighted with that. As Zain Masood comes in. Ben Pagan trying to hit out, of course, as he had to do. And he departs. Zain Masood is the latest to benefit from the Abbas masterclass that's been on offer today. Bowled very well earlier, did Zain. Bowled a maiden over, despite his side conceding the 181 runs he bowled. His second over was a maiden. He bowled 4 overs for 19 in the end, in total, and remarkably that last over, if you were watching earlier, you'll have seen the first 4 balls of the final over of the innings were dots. As he gets off the mark straight away. He bowled 4 dots at Adam Slater, who was 2 away from 100. But there was the possibility of a maiden over, but Adam reached that fabulous 100 with a 2 off the 5th ball. Oh. They just trying to call a bass for a single there. There was never one on, and it wasn't his call. But, 2. Tell him 2. Yep, they lost count, so 2 left. Yep. Had the wide and the wicket, I think. Often hard to keep track of things out there. Biffing down the ground to Enam Hock. It'll only be 1. It is only 1. Sporting a bright green cap, Enam, which is new for this year, I think. Certainly helps with identifying who's where. So the final ball of this 18th over. Here's Zayn. What's he going to try this time? Oh, big biff. Has he got it wide of Enam? No, he hasn't. Enam's got a boot down onto the ball, so it's only 1. Zaid, very disappointed. He's got the strike though. So with these remaining 2 overs, Mersey will be trying to get past 100 at least. As I said earlier, it's the damage that a defeat like this does to your net run rate should come into it later in this round robin. It is a real mixed bag this year. Because of the uncertainty of when all the fixtures are going to be played. This should have been the final fixture in the group stage today all across the county, but it's the first game for many people, including these 2 sides. I'm not entirely sure when the other 2 matches against Stockport and Ashton and Mersey will take place, but both these sides have to face both of those sides at some point. And some years ago, I think it was 2016, 15 or 16, any one of the 2, when Didsbury themselves came a cropper with going out of the group on net run rate. I want to try and win all the group games, of course, but that's the easy way to qualify, which they've managed fairly successfully in all these past years. As I say, they've won the T20 trophy 4 years in a row. They had the 5th consecutive defence of that title ahead of them on May the 27th, when the held over competition for 2023 takes place. They've made a very good start to 2024 as well, which is still the singles pushed out with what's going to be a comprehensive win over their neighbours Heaton Mersey. Thankfully no rain or thunderstorms, which were forecast at one stage, have spoilt things this afternoon and made it more complicated. It's been a straightforward 20 overs aside. As a Bass fan to the boundary late on in the day. 3rd 4 for him. And he's moved on to 30. And has indeed brought the 100 up for his side. So some comfort at least. But, as we finish the game off. The Mirrors of Constellations, that's a wide though, so we'll have to do that one again. Fielded Dylan Harris, sprawling around this follow through. So congratulations from his teammates there. Skewed away off the sign out for the bat for a single. So great spell from Dylan Harris, 2 for 13 from his 3 overs. I just had a message from our forwards captain who says that their match has been interrupted by rain, so there's clearly some about. And as we just finish off here with Ibrahim Khan bowling to Abbas Shah, and we're going to go for 2 here. And it was good running in the end. I'll check on that. It's interesting that. Sets out again. Should only be 1 this time. Oh, stay, and it could have been 1, and it's going to be 2 in the end. Is it? Oh, a bit of comedy cricket to finish with. And you can see Abbas has exhausted himself there. Consecutive 2s, a yes/no interlude, and all manner of chaos there, but 2 was the result. It is starting to rain here as well now. It's just fine rain. Going for a 3rd consecutive 2, and Abbas is seriously flagging now, and I don't blame him. We're doing it the hard way. No, that's right. We're out at Bollington, the 4s. So over that part of Cheshire there's been rain, and it is raining here now, only very lightly. It's obviously not going to affect anything at all here, but let me just have a look. Is he stumped? Is he out? There he is. He's finally fallen. A valiant effort from Abbas Shah, but he becomes the 2nd stumping victim for Adam Slater. I think he'd be quite pleased to get off the field and have a sit down. After an energetic 37, 3 4s, 39 balls, as ever, gave his absolute all for his side. Abbas Shah, a loyal clubman, a great servant of Heaton, Mersey, and he departs. 2 balls to go in the innings. Let's have a look. So 2 balls left. Arsalan Khalid, the last man for Heaton Mersey. Ibrahim Khan, 2 for 11. He'll be looking for a 3rd. Oh, that's a no ball. That bounced twice, guys. Do you not know? Oh, they don't think they do. That's all a bit immaterial now, anyway, but it was a no ball. Batsman could have had a free hit here. Right, that was sprinkles of rain have just stopped for a moment. Final ball of the match. A huge blow from Zain, and he's out. He's well caught by Seb Byrne down there, so the last ball of the match sees the final wicket fall. That's 3 for 12 for Ibrahim Khan finishes with, and Didsbury finish comprehensive winners by 72 runs. Mersey 109 all out. With Ibrahim Khan 3 for 12, Dylan Harris 2 for 13, Enam Hock earlier 2 for 8, a wicket apiece for Joe Ramsden, CB Singh and Sanjay Patel. Only Abbas Shah's 37 of any real substance for Heaton Mersey. Usman Ahmed 2 fours in the first over, but that's as good as really it got for a long stage. Restricted to just 7 boundaries throughout the 20 overs, Heaton Mersey, and well beaten in the end. This first group game of this T20 mini group. They've got 2 more matches though, both sides, and that rain's come back. I think we've just timed that perfectly, gentlemen, so well done. Hope you've enjoyed the coverage this afternoon, and as the Tides go off to shake hands and applause all round. Fabulous effort from Adam Slater. His 100 was the standout feature, 104 not out. Set Didsbury with that massive 181 for 1. Proved miles out of reach for Heaton Mersey, and a comprehensive win for the hosts. We'll look forward to joining you for our next broadcast here from the Didsbury Cricket Club. I wish you an enjoyable rest of the afternoon. This is James Emerson, the Didsbury scorer. Thank you for your company, and as I say, we'll see you again for another broadcast.